years ago, when we came to Los Angeles, I really believed that the greatness of the Raiders would be in its future.
We are back for another edition of Around the Shield, man. We got a special guest, man. We got Marcus from Tape Don't Lie in the building, man. We got to salute him real quick. What's going on, Marcus, man? How you been?
Good, man. How you doing, dog? How you guys doing?
Cool, man. We're ready for this draft, man. It's like we've
yeah, me too. We're a week away, man. We're a week away.
We've been doing like mock drafts, like damn near every other day. And we're trying to. I still don't know who the Raiders are going to pick at number 6. By the way, I'm just going to put that out there. Like Raiders have really done a good job of like kind of, figuring out, kind of putting us in a situation where we don't even know who
the Raiders don't know who they're going to pick.
Yeah, they don't know, right?
The Raiders don't know.
Yeah,
exactly.
Man. But salute somebody pulling up. Make sure to clock in, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Yeah, we're gonna get into the conversation real quick. Let's salute to the chat real quick, man. Rick Rock in the building. He says, King Severe, service with your great Raider knowledge and draft picks. God damn. What is going on, man? There's something I'm missing over here. Oh, my God. Moon over Miami pulls up, man. Appreciate you coming through. We got Myra G in the building. Appreciate you coming through. And
can't
the Warriors,
support that Warrior talk, though. Can't support that Warriors talk.
They did win the other way. They did win the other day. Hey, Marcus, are you a Hoop fan? You got a team?
Yeah, but I'm a Suns fan though. So
you're a Suns fan.
Man,
oh man, sorry. I'm sorry for your loss. My sympathies go out to you. Oh man, you a Suns fan and a Raiders fan right now, bro. It is tough times for you.
I mean, the Suns have been pretty good recently. I don't know. It's just they traded for Beal, and then Beal has to shoot 80 times, I guess, to play well. So
and Durant is probably on his way out too. So it's like, man. So what is that going to look like? But I'm glad I'm not a Suns fan.
I got Devin Booker though. Y'all got the light skinned assassin.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. They got some talent. They got some talent, man. But man, salute to everybody pulling up. Let's get the show started, man. Let's not waste any time, man. Marcus, man, it's been a minute since we had you on. I felt like it was kind of, beginning the offseason. Since then, free agency. And how you feel about the offseason so far?
It's been kind of, I'll say it's slow, kind of boring. You know what I mean? Like it hasn't been anything really exciting, I would say. I mean, besides the Gino Smith trade. I think that's really the biggest part of the offseason, though, to me, is, you kind of get a quarterback that is, what I feel like is a good quarterback that can, at least play and win some games for the Raiders. And, you don't have to worry about the quarterback position that much at this point in time. You know what I mean? Like, does it stop them from getting quarterback? No, it doesn't. Does it, but if they don't, like, you don't feel awful about it. Like, you did last year when they didn't have any quarterbacks. So you felt like, oh, what are we going to do? And then you're like trying to hype up Gardner Minshew, or you're trying to hype up Aiden O'Connell, or trying to convince yourself into them being a starter. We don't have to do that this year. We'll see how Gino plays. I think, when you watch him on film last year, there's a lot of, the offenses wasn't very good and a lot of those things. So, I think it'd be a better offense around him, but we'll see what happens with that. But like, a lot of the other signings, there wasn't any really big signings. I think the guy signed the longest was Jeremy Chin, right? That's a 2-year deal. So it was no big deals that they put out there or anything like that. So that was that type of thing for me, that it was a little bit just very slow. Like, I wouldn't say it was awful. It was just slow.
Speaking of Gino Smith, they did sign him. Go ahead.
Well, you say not exciting. I mean, Alex Kappa doesn't get your blood boiling right there? Come on, dog. Alex Kappa. Now, but before you get into Gino, before you get into Gino, because I know you're a guy that watches the tape, and I got my brother is in the chat, and I've been saying, and everybody was excited about Devin White. And I've been saying, look, Devin White is not a good player. He's not good against the run. He's not good against the pass. What Devin White is good at is, situational, like, pass rushing as a linebacker. But other than that, I don't think Devin White does anything good. I think he doesn't. I think he does. He's super athletic, and he's good at rushing the passer. But other than that, I don't think he's good at all. But you're a guy that watches the tape. What are your thoughts on Devin White?
Yeah, Devin White's biggest problem is that he can't tackle. And when you have a linebacker that can't tackle, that's a huge problem. I mean, we would tackle. A corner that can't tackle, you could probably get away with it a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, there's sometimes you could deal with it. Maybe the ball won't go to his side. But when you're the middle linebacker and you can't tackle, that's a big problem. And if he reads it right, he could read the play right. He could do anything, or he's great sideline to sideline still too. I mean, he still has the athletic ability, and that's why he can blitz really well. But if you can't tackle, bro, like, it's not really anything I could do with you as a linebacker, to be honest. And that's his issue. That will always be his issue. I mean, you look at, I think you go like, and looking at his missed tackle percentages is always like the 20s and stuff like that. It's really bad. He can't tackle. That's his big issue. So it's really nothing you can do about that. And then he's not good in coverage. So you got a linebacker who doesn't tackle well, and he's not good in coverage. But, to me, I look at it this way. I mean, if they draft a starter or somebody that can find start, like, if that guy goes down, like, I don't mind Devin White coming in and playing linebacker as a depth piece. Right. That doesn't bother me that much as a depth piece. It's more if he's like the guy out there, we're playing Devin White and he's the guy to go, then that's when I have an issue with it more than anything. But if it's like a depth thing and the guy goes down, Devin White comes in for a couple of games, that doesn't bother me as much. You know what I mean? So that's how I look at it.
It's if they pretty much make him the starter. If they go, then it's all bad. But
it's like, I don't know about that.
So it kind of
part of the reason he can't tackle is because he's a converted running back. He's a guy that played running back until he got to LSU, I believe, and maybe even his first year at LSU might have been a running back. So he's a converted running back.
Yeah, that's right. You're all right about that.
Well, I mean, looking at the linebacker spot, does this all but guarantee that they're probably going to have to address that position in the draft? And we got a whole bunch of needs.
I mean, you would think they would have to, and I think they would have to a lot earlier than people think. And maybe not like first round, but like, if you get to like the 4th and 5th rounds, waiting to get because to be honest, if you think about some of the best starting linebackers in the league, a lot of them are like 2nd round picks or late 1st round picks or 3rd round picks. Not all of them are. It's not like a tackle or a quarterback where it has to be 1st round. So when you look at it that way, in my opinion, I think they're going to have to, like 68 or 37, they're going to have to make that choice and get a linebacker. So, with the holes that they have, on defense, I mean, that's where most of the holes are, in my opinion. And, right. If now, with Colt Miller and what's happened to him, it kind of, you're like, oh man, now they might have to go get a tackle. But like I said, you got to get a tackle early. You can't wait to the 3rd round to get a tackle, because if you're trying to get a tackle anyways, and you work it out with Colt Miller, that's what happens with DJ Glaze. Like, DJ Glaze has that up in the air mostly because he's a 3rd round tackle. Nobody saw him as like a starting tackle right? They see you as more of a backup kind of guy that can rotate and play multiple positions. That's how they look at you when you're get past the second round with tackle. So if they have to address that, it's going to be early. So that's why I want them to trade back in this draft so they can have more picks to kind of address these positions.
No, I agree. I think a trade down is like the best case scenario. And I think it's no accident that like literally around the same time that we kind of heard that there was a report that said, oh, the Raiders are considering taking a tackle at number 6. And around that's when we kind of heard Armand Membu. And then that's when we kind of heard the Colt Miller holdout was happening. So is there a tackle that you like at number 6? Is there anybody that you like at number? If the Raiders had to pick at number 6, is there a tackle that you would consider at this spot?
Yeah, I mean, I think you could take Membu there. I think from Missouri, I think he has the athletic profile in the film that matches it. Where there's a chance that if he reaches his full potential, you're gonna have one of the best tackles in football, just because how athletic he is. I think when you look at some of the best tackles in football, I mean they're all athletic freaks, and I know a lot of people aren't big fans of measurements and things like that, but I was watching a video of Tyron Smith today, and he was like jumping over cornerbacks and then blocking the next guy, like what I'm saying, like these guys aren't normal that become these great guys. They're not normal athletes. They're not normal people. And you need that type of athlete there that is just a freak like Membu is, who's 330-something pounds, runs a 4.9. You know what I mean? Has great movement skills, good vertical, all those things that he's able to deal with, these high-level pass rushers. Because these pass rushers are running 4.5s and stuff like that right now. So when they're at that point, you got to have an athletic freak like that. And I wouldn't mind taking him. But I still think if they go tackle, I mean, Will Campbell is an option too, though. Like, they might be like, oh, he's a safe guy. He's the clean one. They might go the clean route, but I imagine John Spytek going the worst route if it went with anything like that.
Yeah, and a lot of people, some people kind of project Will Campbell possibly as a guard too, and I don't know if you want to take a guard that early if that's the case.
Yeah,
with Will Campbell.
Yeah.
How you feel about Gino Smith? Like, was that are you like a Gino guy, or are you kind of like he's okay? We definitely got to grab a quarterback early. How do you feel about him?
I like Gino Smith, though. I liked him the way he's played the last 3 seasons. I've been impressed with how he's played. I think there's some things with Gino that are not perfect, right? I mean, he's not like an elite quarterback, but I think he's a good quarterback. I don't see that much difference between like him and a Kyler Murray or something like that, in my opinion. I think they're kind of like around that same tier of quarterback where you can definitely win with that guy, but I think you still have to have a good team around them, right? I mean, but he's very accurate. This past season, he's had a lot of tip interceptions and things like that. And like I said, I thought the offense was very, I would say, college, and the guy couldn't adjust to NFL hash marks, right? Which is a big thing for guys who go from college to the NFL calling plays. You can't run the same spread offense type of things where the guys all the way outside the numbers like they were doing in Washington. Yes. So there's a lot of guys running into each other, and if the ball got bounced in the air, everybody's around each other. There's things are getting picked off and things like that, because the previous 2 seasons, 2022 and 2023, he had a really good interception percentage. So I think he honestly does make some good decisions if you can kind of just keep him out of that hero ball. In my opinion, I still think you can get a lot of I would say production from him. I think like the guys like Myers and Bowers are really gonna like him because, like I said, he does accurate football. The only thing I really don't like about Gino is that there's not too much anticipation in his game, and sometimes he can wait to see guys get open. But I think from a perspective of having a good quarterback, I think he's a good guy.
Yeah, I mean it's a big upgrade from what we had the last couple of years. Recently, Vic Tafur dropped on us that the Raiders are possibly going to consider taking a quarterback as early in the second round. And who do you think kind of fits that mold that you would take in the second? Like, would it be? There's been a lot of talk about Quinn Ewers, and I don't know about him, but you got Jalen. You got Jalen Milroe, who's invited to the NFL draft, which is kind of surprising. He possibly might go in the first. The Jackson's Dart, obviously Shedeur Sanders. Who's a guy that you are considering taking in the second round, as early as the second round?
I mean, in my personal opinion, if they did take a quarterback in second round, I'd rather them like take a Jalen Monroe or something like that, where there's some upside there. I'm not the biggest Jackson Dart guy, so like, I know a lot of people love Jackson Dart. I'm not. He is just as much of a project to me as Jalen Monroe is. Like, so a lot of people see him like he's not a ready to play guy. Like you literally have to fix his like drop. He's a hopper. A lot of people in the quarterback community, like, guys, he basically plays on his toes, right? So he's not going to be on time and accurate. You have to get him off his toes, right? Like Jalen Monroe's not on his toes. Like his mechanical issues are a lot easier to fix than they are Jackson Dart's, because if Jackson Dart starts getting hit, he's going to go right back to playing on his toes. A lot of those things is just what he does naturally, and you kind of have to get him out of that, and it's going to affect his timing and stuff. So if I'm going to take a chance on a quarterback in the second round, I mean, I would rather it be Jalen Monroe, where there's just some more upside there. Like if Monroe figures out, how to be a better short passer, right? Because he could throw the ball deep. That's not the issue. The issue is not him throwing the ball downfield. It's him being consistent from the intermediate to short part of the field. So if he can get more consistent there, and then the way that he runs the football, like, you're going to have a special player. And, to be honest, like, even the way he runs the football, I think they would find a way to win games, even if he's not the greatest passer in the world. So, and if you get him a great running back around him, I think there's a lot you could build with him. So I really like Monroe in that area, but, I just hope it's not Quinn Ewers. Like, I don't even like talking about him that much. I was mad I had to do a show on him. I just don't like speaking out. I don't like talking about it.
Yeah, man. Hey, everybody that's watching, man, make sure to check out Marcus's breakdown of Quinn Ewers on Tape Don't Lie YouTube channel. Man, it was bad. It didn't look too good. I mean, as far as if you want to get into what you've seen, because Quinn is you kind of made a good connection with the fact that Sarkisian was a guy that had a good relationship with Pete Carroll, so there's a chance that the Raiders might consider taking him. What are the things that if you can talk about it about Quinn that you don't like?
It's just the way that he handles pressure. Like, I just don't think that the way that he navigates the pocket is something that translates to the next level, which I think is one of the biggest things that I can't teach you pocket presence. That's quarterback instinct, in my opinion. Like, that's you being a full player. Pocket presence as a quarterback is your natural instinct as a full player, and I can't really teach you how to get better at that. Like, it's like teaching a linebacker how to have instinct, but when to go after when to shoot gaps and things like that. You could teach a linebacker how to do that, but some of that is just pure instinct. And same thing with pocket presence. It's like, if you don't have it, it's hard for you to kind of just start to have it in the NFL, right? And and besides that, like, it's just sometimes he just, like, he looks like he's doing it at some points, and then at another point he doesn't look like he knows what the hell he's doing. So it's like, I don't know how that works. I don't know how you, like, one play you go through your reads and you hit the next guy, and the next play you're like staring something down and you hitch 8 times and you get sacked. Like, that's just inconsistency to me. It's just gonna rear its ugly head in the NFL, especially when the coverages aren't as are way more complex. The things they throw at you are gonna be way more complex. You got to be more being able to adapt to those things, or we can start to see him panic when those type of things happen. So that's my issue is because if it was 7-on-7, I would say let's take Quinn Ewers, but it's not. So
damn. Man, coach in the building, man. He says, "Why are we talking QBs anyways, man? The Raiders, man. It looks like they might take one early. I felt like they probably would take one at some point in the draft, but taking one early kind of is a curveball. But like I said earlier, we don't really know what the Raiders are going to do. I think they're doing a good job of it's kind of an unpredictable draft. But one of the biggest positions that what Raider fans want the team to really take early, or at least take at least a couple of players at that position, is running back. Who are guys that you're looking at that you would consider taking early, or mid-round guys that you would take later? Because we got so many different needs, but can you get into the running back position in the draft?
Yeah. So I mean, if we're looking like the second round, those type of guys, because Ashton Jeanty, of course, they're at 6. I mean, that's the big one. I'm not the biggest taking Ashton Jeanty at 6, just because one, there's some concerns I had with his hips on film and his ability to kind of jump cut from one gap to another, and then he didn't do any of the agilities, because maybe if he did agility, that would kind of like ease me up a little bit. But it's more about just the kind of the stiffness, and you really don't see it unless you watch the Penn State game when there's all these I would say NFL caliber type of players on the field where you can't just do certain things and get away with it. So there's like times where he's running like an outside zone and it gets cut off and he just can't cut, like, let's say, who am I thinking?
Travion Henderson?
Yes, or like even like a later guy like a Jadon Blue. Like Jadon Blue would be able to make that cut that maybe he can't make. And he's a power back, and like he's gonna be hard to tackle in the NFL. I'm not saying that, but it's just sometimes when you're trying to navigate things in the hole, he just can't do those jump cuts, and you don't see it on film. And that's just something that's why I would like the take him at 6 is a little bit of a pause for me. If you go further down, you get into like the Travion Hendersons, who I really like. I'm really high on him. Caleb Johnson is somebody that I really like too. Definitely a great zone back that it has a lot of potential there. Cam Scatterbo. I think Cam Scatterbo, is somebody that you're going to be able to take later than what fans actually think he's going to go. Like I think you could get him like in the 4th round at this point. I think that
fourth. Okay. I was thinking third. I was thinking third. 4th. That's interesting.
Because I heard like Daniel Jeremiah was talking about him today, and he says the NFL is not as high on him. They don't see juice from him, right? They don't think he has the juice to be a great NFL running back, or the way he runs is going to be sustainable. He's going to be a guy that I think you might be able to get later on too than you think. I'm a big fan of Jadon Blue. Jadon Blue, who has the ability to catch the football, run the football. He has a little bit of fumble issues that maybe you could deal with a little bit, but that's something that I really like too. Like DJ Giddens is really good too. He can't catch though, so you have to. That's why where his value is going to be super interesting, because he had like 5 drops, and he's not getting a lot of targets. That's a lot of drops.
Yeah,
so you know what I mean. It's for a running back,
somebody that's not getting targeted a lot. That's a lot of drops.
You know what I mean? So it's how you want to look at some of these running backs and have to decide. And like Quinshon Judkins is another guy I really like. So to me, there is value in waiting, but we'll see what the Raiders do. I mean, they decide they like Jeanty and they like who he is. I think he'll be productive in the NFL, and I think he'll have some good years. But I just don't know if he's like a generational back, like some people say.
Wow. Hey man, hot take. I know severe. You agree with him 100%.
Ain't no hot take. I've been telling these people this for months, bro. This is the same thing I've been saying for months. Maybe now that Marcus is here, they will listen. This is what I've been saying, bro. This is what I've been saying. If Ashton Jeanty was the athlete that people think he is, he would have did the testing drills and put everything to rest. And said, what? I have the production. I have some of the best vision in the class. I have the best contact balance in the class. All of that, plus I'm as good of an athlete as any of these other guys. The fact that he refused to do it, not because of injury, just because he didn't want to, lets me know that he's hiding something. And lets me know that when he's not getting tackled by somebody from UNLV, like it looks different. He came out of the gate hot against Oregon, but then people figured him out. That's game 1. It's like a backup quarterback. They come out, Jarrett Stidham came out hot versus the Niners. And then now we got some tape on you. Okay, it looks different when you get some real competition. He was in the committee system with George Halani. George Halani came into the season last year as the starter. And when he came back, he still was sharing carries with them. So, like, even the coaching staff didn't think he was that much better than George Halani. We're saying, like, they were damn near 50-50 split last year. So I don't think I think he'll be a good back, a good NFL back, but I don't think he has, like you said, I said before, he has tight hips. He lacks the explosiveness that you want in a guy that you're taking in the top 10. Like Saquon, no question marks at all about Saquon. Bijan Robinson was considered the best player in his draft class, regardless of position. He went 8th. Pete Carroll took Devin Witherspoon over him, and then took a running back in the 2nd round. With the guy that was a little bit of a height, weight, speed guy in Zach Charbonnet. So, like, you can wait and get a back, especially in the deepest running back class possibly of all time. Like, I'm waiting. I'm not taking a 5'9" power back, top 10. Like, it don't even sound right.
Well, who's your number one back in the draft, Severe?
I still got Ashton Jeanty 1. Ashton Jeanty still my top
too.
back in the class. I got
Right.
I got Amari Hampton 2, and I got Travion Henderson 3. But like the gap between them is damn near infinitesimal. Like it's like, remember a thin slice of blue? Remember that play? That's the gap between Ashton Jeanty and Travion Henderson.
Well, this is
I
kind
agree.
of been
I agree with that take. Yeah, I agree with it.
Well, Marcus, like me and Severe kind of were going back and forth like a few weeks ago about like what does Ashton Jeanty look like his speed? What does it look like? Does he look like a 4.5 guy? Does he look like a 4.6 guy? He did have a lot of breakaway runs, long touchdowns, even against teams like Oregon where he broke away and he was running away from those guys. What does he look like on film to you? Does he look like a 4.5 guy, 4.6 guy, or even faster? I don't know. What's your take on it?
I mean, he looks like a guy probably to me is like a 4.45 to 4.5 guy on film. Like, but he didn't run. You know what I mean? Like he just didn't.
That's true.
So like to me, like especially at like the running back position, like like Lamar Jackson didn't run. Like we all know Lamar Jackson runs 4.2. Like you know what I mean? It's not like that. Like we wanted to know how fast you ran. Like that was like I wanted to know these things because that quiets everything. Especially, just what Severe is saying. It's like, because it's not about whether he's good or not. It's about, do I take you at 6? Like if I'm taking you at 6, like if you go through any draft and all the guys are getting taken, they're all like these athletic freaks. Like that's why Mimbu, who we weren't talking about him, right? And he had good film. He probably was getting some first round buzz. But then he went to the combine, he ran a 4.9, and he jumped out of the building. He's 330 pounds, and all of a sudden he's hopping right up. I mean, Trayvon Walker went 1, a couple in 2022. These things, like with measurements, like it really matters with the top 10. Like if I'm taking you top 10, I need you to be Saquon Barkley type of athletic. That's kind of my issue with it. Is that I don't know that, and to be honest, like as a Raiders fan, just think about this. Like Cleveland Farrell had great film. Like I love Cleveland Farrell's film.
Yes.
I did. But he was not athletic, right?
Exactly.
And so if you take him at 4, like he's still in the league. He's still serviceable. He keeps getting jobs. He's playing. Like he does his job. He's out there, right? But it doesn't work. And then like kind of if you look at Tyree Wilson, like Tyree Wilson didn't work out either. He got the injury. But you take him at 7 and you kind of see that maybe he doesn't have that bend. He's not that athletic, right? Those things matter when you take these guys at high. Like because if you take Tyree Wilson at 36, right? It's not that same conversation you're never having. So that's really what it's about with that. But I would say I would give a little leeway just because the Oregon game, he was kind of running past those guys in Oregon. But you really didn't see that against Penn State, though. There's like some points of Penn State that I thought that he'd be able to run past those guys because Penn State's kind of just a little bit of a faster team, right? So that's why it's like it could be like it looks like a 4.45 against some teams, but then it could be a 4.5. So that's why it's probably it might be like a 4.52, right? And he didn't put that out there. If you put that out there, then you'd be like, whoa, Hampton maybe instead, right? So that's the way to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, Pharaoh asked because I said he's a low 4.5 or like high 4.5. So I was putting like 4.56, 4.61. I put him in that range because even a lot of his long runs, you look at it. He's breaking a lot of tackles, and then people's angles are coming toward him. And then when he breaks the tackle, they can't beat. He's off to the races, so they have to totally change their direction. At that point, he's built up momentum and he's gone. But when you keep him in front of him, he's not. I didn't see him. I never saw a play where he beat a guy to the edge. I didn't see a lot of that where he's we're running. I saw Travion do that. I saw Travion you know what. You think you got the angle on me? I'm going to eat this cushion. I'm up the sideline and I'm gone. You saw him do that in the Big Ten. I didn't see even a lot of Ashton Jeanty do that in the Mountain West. I saw him 3 times, and then he danced, and then he's gone when guys are coming back toward the line of scrimmage because they're trying to rally and tackle. But I didn't see him eat that cushion, get up the sideline, and just scoot on people. I didn't see enough of that.
Well, the bottom line is this: is Jeanty a guy that can take it to the house in the NFL? Do you see
I
him
don't know.
doing that in the NFL?
I mean, Josh Jacobs had 80-yard runs. I mean, it can happen. I mean, that's even with the, you know what I mean?
That's my point.
But Josh Jacobs, if we're being real, if we're being honest,
Oh,
like
yeah, I
for
said
every
that same thing.
if we're being honest, Josh Jacobs,
you don't think we coordinating?
the thing is though, the thing about Josh Jacobs, if we're being honest, like Raider fans that obviously watch Raider games, watch Josh Jacobs play, like that was one of the biggest knock on him was like the explosive play. Like he wasn't a guy that we expected him to take it to the house. His rookie year, he had a couple of long runs, but I felt like it was a long time until like probably that breakout season where he had his best run of his career against Seattle. You know, but so you're saying he's more of a Josh Jacobs as far as a running back where he'll give you those big chunk plays because he'll be able to break tackles, but he's not a guy that will break that. He'll give you that, you know, consistent long distant runs like 50-yard touchdowns, 60-yard touchdowns, things like that.
Yeah, it's hard to judge because, you know, with Josh Jacobs, I have a 40 time, right? So like I know that what it is, right? So it's hard because like even the Oregon game, like the long run against the Oregon game, he was running past them, right? So like it kind of gives you a view of maybe there is some long speed there, right? And like, you know, and like the other games that maybe you see against like UNLV and stuff like that, yeah, he is running past people, but it's more about like if I could figure out exactly where you're at with that type of speed, it kind of, you know, just eases me a little bit because it is a little bit of an unanswered question. Like we're gonna find out in the NFL. I mean, that's kind of how it's hard to answer, and that's really what the answer is. I mean, it could be where he is that fast and he's just running past people, right? But it could be the other way where he was really hiding something. So it just puts a question up in the air a little bit that I think he could have answered himself. You know what I mean? Especially like in a controlled environment at his pro day, right? It wasn't like he ran at the combine or he just missed the combine and then ran at his pro day and then we're all mad about it. Is that he just didn't do anything at all. I was more interested in his 3-cone. Like I want to know what your 3-cone is. I don't really your 40 is fine. Like I wanted to know what your 3-cone was and things like that because that could have hurt him as well.
Yeah,
it seemed like he jumped, right? All he did was jump. Did he jump?
He didn't jump either. He didn't do nothing.
Oh, come on, bro! Like, come on now, dog.
He released himself dunking today, though, through Jordan Schultz, through his agent. They released a video of him dunking today. So he's 5'8".
So
he dunks.
He got a vert. Okay, he has a vert.
Yeah.
It's like, come on,
yeah.
You do no explosive testing drills. That's like, bro, like what, like. That don't make no sense. And look, I got to see that video. I want to see how high y'all got that rim set 9.5. Like the eye test ain't gonna tell you if that rim is 10 or if it's 9.5 or not. I want to see that video. I need to see somebody actually stand next to the rim that's tall so I can see how high that rim is. Because remember we had the video of what's my man name? That's DK Metcalf like jumping crazy high in the air. Like, they can do some crazy stuff with some AI, bro. So you lower that rim. Yeah. All you need to lower is 6 inches, and you can do all kind of crazy stuff. You know? and it's all marketing. It's all marketing at this point. I wouldn't put it past the team to do that. So the fact that you get, I guess, no vertical jump out of you, I guess no 3-cone drill, no shuttle times, no 40 time. Like he didn't even bench, right? All he did was field work. It's like, come on, bro. Like Saquon Barkley ran a 4.4. Put up 29 reps at 225 pounds, jump 41 inches at 6 feet, 220 something, almost 230. It's like, I can take you top 5. Like, bro, you're 5'9" and you won't run? No, bro, I'm not doing it.
And before you chime in, Pharaoh, I just want to say, like, Marvin Harrison, right? He was. This is why, like, I'm a little bit scared of a guy skipping his athletic testing and not. You taking him top 10 because Marvin Harrison didn't do anything last year either. And then when you watched him this year, like when you watch him against NFL corners and NFL players, like you saw there might have been some athletic limitations that he didn't want us to see, right? Like he wasn't as explosive as he was on the film at playing Big Ten corners, right? He looked really explosive. Like the tape, everybody's like the tape speaks for itself. Look how fast he is on film, but then you watch him in the NFL, and it's like, he was able to get open and do some things, but like he wasn't this dominant player. And then you have Brian Thomas, who's way more better athlete than him, who does better year one than him, and it's gonna take Marvin Harrison a little bit more to figure out how he could win because he's just not that type of athlete. And he hid himself because maybe if he runs right, he does athletic testing, like Neighbors probably goes over him. Right. So it's that type of thing. But he protected himself. But then you saw in the NFL where it's like, maybe you should have did some testing. So that's why it scares me too a little bit with Jeanty not doing testing.
So one last thing on Jeanty. Where would you feel comfortable taking him? Obviously, we talked about earlier, like best case scenario is the Raiders trade down. Where would that be? What pick would you, somewhere in the top 10, right outside the top 10, or not at all? Like, don't even.
I would say 15 to 20. That would be me.
Damn.
Yeah.
15 to 20. That's good, man. And it's crazy because everybody has them going top 10. But man, there you have it, man. But another guy that a lot of Raider fans have been high on is T-Mac, wide receiver out of Arizona. How do you feel about him as a prospect? Do you feel like is he a number one wideout that you want the Raiders to take with that number 6 pick, or with a trade down? Like, how do you feel about him?
Yeah, that was definitely a guy that I would want a trade down with. I think when it comes to T-Mac, it's more about like just like consistent separation. Like, to be honest, like I don't think he has to separate that much, just because the way he uses his size and how he uses his hands and his ability to do those things. Like it doesn't have to be crazy separation. He reminds me a lot of T. Higgins, who I'm a big fan of. You watch my show, I love some T. Higgins. So that's who he reminds me of. Like T. Higgins isn't somebody that's gonna, just be the greatest route runner in the world. But T. Higgins might be a little stiff coming out of the break, but he's gonna use his hands and his body to kind of extend and catch the ball earlier that you can get to it. I think that's how T-Mac's gonna be used in the NFL. So you're gonna have to have a quarterback that trusts him even when he's not winning. Like he's got to throw in that back shoulder, be able to trust him in those 50-50s, because he's not going to be just running past people, and he's not going to be able to just kind of be elusive. But there is definitely ways that you could use him to win and get him the football. I think he has better yak than people give him credit for too. I think that's one of the best things that he does is his yak ability. But me personally, like I would see him as more as a wide receiver that you take a little bit later on. Not saying he's not a first round caliber, because I do think he is, but it just at 6, I feel like that you're putting a lot more expectations on him that is really needed, and he might not be that ultimate dominant number 1 that you would take at 6.
Yeah, he's not like a Malik Neighbors, where you like when you look at Malik, he's like, Malik, man, Neighbors, he's worth it. You look at him, you be like, man, he's worth the top 5 pick, because he. And what I'm getting from you, Marcus, is like a lot of the prospects that you like taking early, or you would rather take a chance on, you like traits. You like those high end physical traits because you feel like that kind of translates long term. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, there's one reason. I mean, because to me, the way the draft is, I think, and you just look at like the great players that come out of the draft. I mean, if you go look up their RAS, like it's all freakish, right? Especially in the first round. Like when we're talking like a first
outside of Orlando Brown, outside of Orlando Brown, everybody else is a freak.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's just like that from that perspective, like. A first round pick, like that's what I want. But when we get further onto the draft, like it gets more about the film at that point. Like what is your film like once I take you further down the ball, like further down, right? Because you could have great film, but like if I question your athleticism, is how good are you going to be? What's your potential, right? You might be a good player for the longest. And like I said, like Cleveland Farrell, he's going to play 10 and 11 years in the NFL, right? He's got to be 11. He's going to get that pension. He's going to get all of that. But he was never the guy that, was dominant or anything like that, because he just didn't have the athleticism for it. Like, and that's a big part of it, man. It's like people don't like to hear that, especially when a guy has great film and is a fan of a college player. But it matters, man. It does. Like to be like the high level player. Like, I mean, there's Max Crosby's athletic freak. You know what I'm saying? Like he had a great combine, ran a 4.5. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just those type of guys. TJ Watts, Michael Parsons, Myles Garrett, if you just go by edge rushers, it's just those type of players, like even the linebackers, they're all athletic freaks. The best linebackers you can find in the NFL. Like the best of the best at the position are high level athletes too. Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald is crazy athlete, right? You know what I mean? Like that's what I mean. Like it's that type of thing with it. So yeah, it like for the first round, your athleticism has to match your film. Like you have great film. I want your athleticism to match it. You get further down, third rounds. That's what I'm like. I want some great film too. Like as the main part of it, then the athleticism. It's just when I'm in the first round, that's what I'm looking at too.
Right. You know what I mean? You want to make sure you make the right pick, especially early. You know what I mean? So yeah, I get that 100%. But yeah, man. Yeah, go ahead.
Real quick, I know we talk a lot about Mimbu. I'm not as high as Mimbu on a lot of people. There is a tackle I like. In my opinion, I think he's the most gifted tackle I watched out of all the tackles I saw. There were two guys I really like. It was Kelvin Banks, but it's another guy who I think would have been the number one tackle in this draft had he not got injured, and that's Simmons from Ohio State. Have you had a chance to look at him?
Yeah, I've had a chance to look at Simmons. Simmons is a really great tackle too. I think that he is underrated, like you're saying, but he just, because what happens with him too, and I think is what's kind of messing up his stock a little bit. I think Donovan Jackson. It has a little bit to do with that because Jackson moved to left tackle, and I was making this case to Matt, like I think Jackson was really good at left tackle to exit. So I think that's kind of like that outlook to NFL teams is kind of hurting him a little bit. But Simmons is a mauler. I think he is a guy that can just maul you. He's great in pass protection. Definitely very clean there, and he's not a bad athlete himself, and I really like Kelvin Banks too a lot. He's definitely a mauler type of guy as well. So I really like Simmons. I really like what he can do. Just watching Chip Kelly's offense and seeing him stand out as a tackle, I think that's a big thing for me. But I do believe that Donovan Jackson is just that outlook for how Jackson, with his versatility and how he's able to move around a little bit, I think is hurting his stock a little bit. But to be honest, I think some of these tackles are probably going to go earlier than we think. Like I think guys like Banks and Simmons might actually end up sneaking into that top 10 just because NFL teams love tackle so much, and I think just where this draft is, there's not that really high elite talent. We could see some tackles sneak in.
Yeah, man.
But there's two more guys I want to ask you about real quick. One guy that has all the traits, and one guy that has absolutely none of the traits, but he was a monster. The first guy is Charles Grant from William & Mary. I think that guy he's a ball of clay, and he's like 6'5". I think he's like 35-inch arms. He's a former wrestler, great lateral movement, but he hasn't quite figured it out yet, and he played at a lower level of competition. But I think he's gonna probably get drafted middle rounds because of where he's at. And then there's my guy, the fan favorite. Anybody that watches me knows I love this guy. It's Willie Lampkin. Willie Lampkin out of North Carolina. I love Willie Lampkin. He's only 5'10", but Willie Lampkin is a dog. And then he went to the senior. He didn't get invited to the combine, so I don't think we have solid athletic testing numbers on him. But he went to the Senior Bowl, had him at center, and he held his own against some of the best prospects in college football. Have you got a chance to watch either of those guys?
I haven't got a chance to watch Lampkin on film yet, but I did watch him at the Senior Bowl. I was there, so I saw him. He was great there. I mean, they really didn't show anything that would give you trepidation that he wouldn't be good in the NFL. He was able to handle everybody else there. He wasn't like he was getting dominated or getting pushed around or anything like that. He could play. I mean, to be 5'10", 270 pounds playing center, that means he can't play. You know what I mean? Like that's the thing. Like he can't play. Like I'm not sure if teams are going to draft him because him not getting invited to the combine is a kind of a big tell of that. But like he's the type of guy that if he'll go to a team, be undrafted, and kind of beat the odds because he's that type of player. And Charles Grant, he was at the Senior Bowl too, and that's where I really got to watch him as well. And he really stood out too, just the athleticism and the way he can move and the way that he went out there not facing that type of competition. Because Lampkin, he still played at North Carolina, right? And for Grant to go out there and face that type of competition and go out there and play really well and be one of the standout tackles at the Senior Bowl, I think that says a lot about what he can do and his upside that he could bring. And people kind of see Charles Grant as being more of like a tackle that might go day 3, but like I said, how high teams see tackles and see a guy like that, he might end up going higher than you think too as well, just because you got to go with the athleticism and go with the upside that he has.
Man, there's gonna be a lot of different options. I feel like this is a draft where it's kind of unpredictable. Like you really don't know what's gonna happen. And usually every year there's always gonna be that surprise where someone drops that you didn't expect to drop, and it's gonna be one of those types of situations. But we don't want to keep you waiting any longer, man. I know you're super busy, but on the way out, give us a prediction. Give us a prediction. What's gonna happen in the first round? Is there gonna be a trade down? If there isn't going to be a trade down, who's the pick at number 6? If you can give us maybe a sneak preview for the draft real quick.
For 6, the pick, I think they take Mason Graham. I think we're being fooled about all these things that they're talking about, the Ashton Jeanties, the tackles, all these things. I think they take Mason Graham if he's there, right? That's the question. Whether teams take him earlier than that, we'll see. But I think that's the guy that they're keying on. I think, if you look up Pete Carroll's measurables for the defensive tackles, he's, kind of drafted for the defense. He's never drafted a guy that's over 306 pounds. Like, he's had some players play for him that are big, but he's never drafted that type of guy. And, he tried to play Jaron Reed at nose. Jaron Reed's like 300 pounds. Like, he tried to play him at nose. You know what I mean? Like, it's those type of things that you see with him that, and he just fits the profile of what he loves at defensive tackle. And everything about him, that guy can get out the passer, who has the, he has the athletic ability that you like. And yeah, he has the short arms that maybe you could deal with, like not, playing the run as much. But I think Pete Carroll and the philosophy that they play defense with, I mean, that's why Michael Bennett was the defense tackle over there. It's not the same type of outlook that we think of a nose guard or what we expect it to be. So that's why, just looking at the measurements of what he drafted before, like, I think he might be the guy that they're keying on. And it's like, we don't hear about that a lot. It's Ashton Jeanty, or tackle. But I think they're going to fool us and go Mason Graham, which I'd be happy about. So,
yeah,
man, that'd be crazy. But you're saying that he's more of a 3 technique, right? More, not a nose, right? Oh, okay.
His comp for me is Christian Wilkins. That's his comp. It's Christian Wilkins. Like, I think he's kind of like how Christian Wilkins came out, and how he looked at Clemson. I feel like it's very similar to Mason Graham. So when you watch them on film, I think they're very similar players, and just having those two out there at the same time on third downs could be a big deal. And like I said, like, if they go 5 across, they're probably gonna bring in some other guy that can play nose, and that maybe they can get later on in the draft. Like, I really love Alfred Collins at Texas, but like I said, he's never drafted anybody that big, so it would be different for Pete Carroll to go that route. But that's why I really like what Mason Graham can do.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at Mason Graham, and it could be if his comp is Christian Wilkins, it could be another situation like Christian Wilkins where, his teammate, who was a great prospect as well, maybe a little less heralded, comes into the NFL and is the better player. And looking at Kenneth Grant, who was my D tackle 3. I like Tyleik Williams a little bit better than Kenneth Grant, just because I know what I'm getting out of Tyleik, and that's probably a guy that's going to be one of the better run stoppers in the league for the next 10 years. But Kenneth Grant is a monster too. And you see Dexter Lawrence, the pass rush numbers he's putting up, or the pressure numbers he's putting up at a guy that's technically like supposed to be a nose tackle or whatever. Like, he's putting up crazy numbers.
Yeah. I agree. Like, Grant's a beast too. I like Tyleik Williams. Sorry if I said his last name wrong, but I like him too. But his pad level just bothers the hell out of me. I don't know how. It's just he's got to get that pad level down. Like, I know you can do that in college, man, but like, okay.
Yeah, I know.
But I do like him. I like him a lot too. I that's the guy, like, I could see them taking at 37 if they want to go that route with defensive tackle. So that's a guy I really like. I think it's a good defensive tackle class though. I think there's some good defensive.
Yeah, no, very good, very good.
Mm-hmm.
Well, hey, man, on that note, man, we appreciate you coming through, Marcus. If you can let the people know where they can find you, what to look forward to, all that good stuff.
Yeah, so you can find me on Twitter at the Mark John NFL. Of course, on YouTube, Tape Don't Lie. We drop episodes every Wednesday, Sunday, and Friday. So we dropping episodes, and I got a member section that has a bunch of draft breakdowns on there. So check that out as well. And then if you're a TikTok person, you go to at Taped Online on TikTok. We're there too as well. So we're all over. Just kind of just check us out and follow him. And it's strictly film, so you might not like every single opinion, but it's film based, man. That's where the opinion comes from. So.
Yeah, man, one of the best film channels out there, especially if you're a Raider fan. Definitely check out Tape Don't Lie everywhere, including YouTube. And give him a follow, too, Mark John NFL. He's a good follow on X as well, man. But, hey, Marcus, man, appreciate you coming through, man. Hopefully we'll have you on soon.
Appreciate you guys.
All right, man.
See ya.
Peace. Man, Marcus came through, man, and just drop some haymakers, man. Salute to him for coming through,
agree with everything I said, man. I appreciate Marcus for agreeing with everything I've been saying. I didn't want to hear from Severe, but I heard it from Marcus.
He did say this though. He did say this. He agreed with you on something, but he did say what he's seen on film. He looked like a 4.5. I said 4.5. I said 4.5, but he said 4.4 to 4.5. So take that for whatever it's worth, but you know what I mean? Yeah, but he said 15 to 20. I'm like, he would take him 15 to 20. That's crazy.
That's surprising.
But and he has him as his number one back. So I guess that's how he views the running back position. Like, don't take him. Yeah. Don't take him early.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
I got him as my number one back too. That's what people be thinking. Like, I think I'm saying he's trash. I'm like, nah, I'm just not taking him. I'm taking him top 10, bro. I got to trade down to get some other stuff. I'm going to take Ashton Jeanty.
Yeah, man. Hold up real quick. We got some super chats. My guy Space Beast with the super chat. My guy, man, appreciate you supporting the show. He says, replay, can you see us trading down? No, it's not a replay. We were just super focused on the conversation, man. Hey, man, the chat is going crazy. Can you see us trading down 9, 10, 11? I wish I would have caught this while Marcus was here. But I think, when we started the conversation, I think that was one of the things that we were hoping for. I think that's what we hope to do is to trade down. I think we can all agree on that. And I think Marcus also said that he wants them to trade down. Is it happen? Yeah, I can't really tell you. Like, it's not. I hope they can trade down.
Yeah, and that's a problem with Jeanty is that, is the team going to be willing to trade up for him, right? Or, anybody else, or Shador. Is there really a prospect? We could be in that same situation like when we had the 4 pick, when we were picking Cleveland Pharaoh. It's like, there were some okay prospects there. Josh Allen was there, the defensive end, outside linebacker Josh Allen, not the quarterback. Ed Oliver was there, Cleveland Pharaoh was there. But it's like, is anybody really trying to move up to get these guys? And it's the same thing. Like, are people moving up to get Jeanty? Is anybody moving up to get Teterow? Is anybody moving up to get Shador? Maybe New Orleans now. Maybe they get a little bit desperate and do it. But I don't see guys that teams are going to really want to move up for. So it's going to be trading back could be difficult.
Yes, it's going to be tough, and I think that's why there's a lot of smoke right now. That's why you see all these mock drafts with Jeanty going early, and then the Raiders possibly taking Shador. And then that's why we're kind of happy about, or I want to say happy, but we're intrigued by the whole Saints situation where, Derek Carr is saying that he might have surgery and he might be out for the season, and they're already considered taking the quarterback. So, if Shador is there at number 6, some fans want to take Shador, but hey, that might be trade bait to trade down. That might be, opening for the Raiders to trade down with the quarterback on the board, and you got the Saints from number 9 going up to number 6. So we'll see, man. Hey, look, like I said the other day, man, I can't wait for the draft. I mean, it's literally a week away. But this is probably one of the most, I don't know, it's hard to predict. There's like so many things that could happen. But we'll see how it shakes out. But again, my guy Space Beast We don't hear no severe. We don't hear no severe. Space B
talking about when I said y'all don't hear me. When I said it, y'all don't hear me. Like y'all don't hear. I be saying this stuff. Yeah, I just don't hear. Marcus come on. They're like, oh damn, Marcus on here making some good points. I'm like, I've been saying that.
That was for Marcus. Yeah, okay, yeah. My bad. I wish I put that up there for him to answer, man. But appreciate you supporting the show, man. Yeah, Rick Rock, Marcus dropping some knowledge on All Raider Nation. Yeah, man, that's why we have him on here. And everybody that comes on Around the Shield, man. We get them on here for their perspective, and we appreciate them coming on, and we're gonna keep it going too. So hopefully, we'll have someone next week. But before let's go ahead and set up that mock draft. Hold on one second. Let me go ahead and set this up real quick. But in the meantime, Severe, if you want to address this comment right here, Sanders is more fan leaning. That those know, it's okay. You mean Shador is more of a fan pick?
Yeah, more fan picks. I mean, I can see why if the Raiders did do it. I could see why. I can see the argument you can make for him because you're thinking, you know what, when is the next time we're going to be top 10 in the draft to pick, you know, the second best quarterback in a particular draft class. They can make that argument, but, you know, like there could be some quarterbacks that are in next class that are, you know, in the late teens available, possibly early 20s available. That could be better prospects than Shador Sanders. So that's kind of the argument against taking him. In terms of Mimble or Mason Graham, yeah, I'd have to trade down to get Mimble. Mason Graham there at 6 is fine. I'm good with, but Mimble, I'd have to trade down a little bit. Like I said, I have Kelvin Banks ahead of him. I have Josh Simmons ahead of him. I have Connerly ahead of him. To be honest with you, but Connerly can't play right tackle. That's the only thing. Like he's more of a left tackle, but. Both those other guys, I have both of those guys ahead of Armand Mimbu, so I wouldn't want to take him at 6, but I wouldn't mind if we moved down and took him. Hey, you know, the trenches is always a good deal with me.
No, I agree, but what do you have against Mimbu?
It's nobody cared about Mimbu until the combine. He wasn't above any of these other tackles. Nobody said, "Oh, he's a top 10 tackle." He's this, he's that. Nobody said anything. They had the tape there, and he's a first-round tackle. And I still would, hey, you take him in the first round, I have no problem. But saying he's top 10, I don't know. I don't know if that guy is top 10. Like I said, and just in terms of tape, I think Kelvin Banks has better tape than him. When Simmons was healthy, I think he had better tape than him. Connerly, I think, has better tape than him. You know, so all those guys, I think, and it's not like they were in like lower conferences. They were playing some damn good school. Like Connerly handled Abdul Carter damn near with ease, right? Mm-hmm. And that's supposed to be the best player in the draft. So, and handled him no problem. So, you know, that's a guy I saw that's on tape. You know, so like I said, nobody talked about Mimbu until the combine. You didn't hear Mimbu's name in January, February.
So you're more like you don't like the late hype for him.
The late hype for him, yeah. Because like I said, it's nothing wrong with the tape. No, he has good tape. I mean, but like nobody was saying he was top 10.
No, I got you. But hey, it's that time. It's that time for mock drafts. We're gonna do a couple of today. Severe is gonna have his mock draft. I'm gonna go ahead and do my version as well, and we're gonna make this. Should we make it 7 rounds? Might as well make it 7 rounds. Let's just go ahead and do it. So we go ahead and put this up here. Do you see it? Is it set up right here? I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah.
All right, perfect. All right, so we got Raiders. Obviously, make this 7 rounds. And let's go ahead and enter the draft. Do you want to make this? Do you want to do this straight up? No trade downs.
You can trade down. I mean,
let's make it realistic. I'm. You know what I'm noticing about the mock drafts? Like some of the, I think the value that we're giving the trade downs, I don't think it's realistic. Because I've been messing around with the mock draft. I'm like, man, I'm getting like every second round pick in the draft every time I trade. That's not gonna happen realistically. But we'll do one trade down max. One trade down max. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and let's make it. And do you want to trade up too?
Yeah, I probably won't. But I know I know you might. So I don't.
Hey man, if my guy is there, man, like I gotta find a way to get him. But let's go ahead and enter the draft. Let's see here. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and start it.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. Cam obviously goes first. Okay, Shedeur goes second. Will Carter, Will Campbell, Travis Hunter. Do you want to go first, or do you want me to start it off?
I mean, you can go first. I ain't tripping.
Oh, look. Speaking of Mason Graham, he's right on the board.
All right, man.
But before I even make this pick, as obvious as it can look, let's take a look at like the trade down. Let's see. Carolina, Chicago are calling. Now, if I trade down to number 10, because I feel like if I trade down to 10, I'll get a better second round pick compared to Carolina. They only have pick 57, and then Chicago has either 39 or 41. Yeah. What's a realistic package if I were to trade down? Because I want to make it realistic. I don't want it to be like, oh man, we get their whole draft, which is most likely not going to happen. So from number 10 to number 6, do you think that it would include a second round pick, or would it be a third round pick? Would it be a third round pick, which would be 72 for the Bears, and a maybe another mid round or later round pick?
I think a first and a second is that first, and I think like a first, a second, and maybe you give up a fifth. I think that's real, or a sixth. I think that's realistic.
All right, so I'm gonna say 10, 41, and then we give up. Let's see, this is the 7th round pick. Let's see here. They said trade will not be accepted. Oh wait, no, never mind.
Oh, you gotta give him I say, yeah, of course. Try
to get one over on him, man. I was like, let's see if I don't include this 6th pick right here. All right, Mason Graham is on the board. Let me see who else is on the board. Let's see. We got T-Mac, Jeanty. All right, I'm gonna take the trade down. I'm gonna do Chicago, pick 10, 41, 6, and then make it realistic. Let's give them like a 6th round pick. And let's go ahead and offer the trade. 64% chance of being accepted, and it is accepted. So who the Bears take? Mason Graham. Membu. Jeanty goes to the Saints. Oh, okay, now that's random. All right, so we got T-Mac on the board. Let's see. There's your guy, Josh Simmons. Probably shouldn't overthink this. Jahdae Barron will probably be an option here, but then he doesn't really have the physical traits. Even though a lot of people have kind of been saying Jahdae Barron to the Raiders.
Barron, I think he ran like a 4. He ran a 4.4, right? I thought he ran a 4.4.
It's not as far as speed, more length.
I was like his arms, like
Yeah, like he's 5'11". I mean, Witherspoon was 5'11", but I think his arms are shorter. I think his arms are like 29 inches, 30 inches, something like that. So I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, man, I don't know if I could really project him. But you know what? Hey, I'm not gonna overthink it. Let me go take T-Mac here. All right, let's go ahead. I actually could speed it up now since we're not going to do trade-offs. Let's see. All right, pick 37. Let's see. Let me look at the corners. Trey Amos. Let me look at the running backs. This is who went on early. So earlier I said in the show that there's a report that the Raiders could take a quarterback as early as the 2nd. Mm-hmm. I don't want to do that. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, facts.
I don't want to take none of these quarterbacks in the second round, to be honest with you. But it can happen, but I'm not going to do that. Let's take a look at running backs real quick. Got the pick of the litter. I feel like I can wait. I'm going to go corner, man. I'm not going to overthink this. We'll go Trey Amos. Let me see here. Ooh, Xavier Watts. Let me see. I'm going to look linebacker real quick. Let's take a look at D tackle.
Oh, Tyleek must have just went. Then that's all Tyleek. Oh, he went right in front of you, right? Oh, yeah, he just went
right in front of me.
Oh, damn.
You know what? You know what? I know a lot of people ain't talking about this, but I think the Raiders need like a ball hawk safety. I think it'll be. I like Xavier Watts. So I'm gonna go ahead and take Watts here. Get to the third, and guess what? I got my choices of running back here. Well, not every running back, but let's take a look. I'm gonna look at running back. Shout out to ECG, man. Go ahead and pick Dylan Sampson here. Actually, before I do that, let me look at linebacker. Where's linebacker? I feel like I could wait. Let's see, we took wide receiver early. Let's see. Could go offensive line, but I don't want to wait. I'm gonna go ahead and take Dylan Sampson. $108. Let's see. Let's take a look at QB. I don't want to take them. Let's see. Your boy Willie Lampkin's right there.
Willie Lampkin.
Let's see. Shout out to TDL, man. They had a good breakdown off Femi Oladejo. Yeah, man.
I like Femi.
The fact that he was a linebacker for a couple years with Cal and then like literally transitioned to edge during the season last season.
Yeah,
and
he played linebacker his first year with us.
Crazy. That's crazy. I would actually consider taking. Let's see. Yeah, let me go ahead. I'm gonna take Femi here because I'm not really comfortable about that third guy. Let's say if we lose Kuntz, we don't have anybody to take that.
That's a shame. We talking about Ty. We got Tyree. We got a top 7 pick or like we ain't got nobody.
see, this is where I don't believe PFS. I feel like Kyle Williams is gonna go early, or he's gonna go earlier than the 5th. But possibly, I would consider taking him here. Let's take a look here.
I would take him.
Full draft. Let's look at linebacker real quick. Your guy Danny Stutzman's here.
You see, I think he's gonna go higher than that too, where they got him ranked.
I did say we double up at running back. Let's see who's available. Wait, this is kind of showing everybody real quick. Let's take a look. I don't want to take him back here. I'm gonna take BPA here. Let me see another corner. We do need a slot. Let's see here. This is a good find by you, by the way. Zay Frazier?
Is that Frazier? Yeah.
Yeah, probably could wait here. You know what? Hey, I've been talking about we need some speed at wide receiver. I think this would be.
Yeah, I do it.
This will put Trey Tucker on notice right here. So I'm going to go ahead and get Kyle Williams.
It might put Trey Tucker on the unemployment line.
Okay, so we are round 6, pick 180. Here we go. Let's see. Oh, okay. Quinn Ewers.
Come on, dog.
I would take.
Come
Hey,
on,
in the
dog.
sixth round, I wouldn't be mad. And I feel like the Raiders are going to take a quarter. They're going to take a quarterback. You know what? Let's see who's available at QB. Ooh.
See, that's just fake. Tyler Shook ain't gonna be there.
Yeah, it's fake. But I'm taking him.
Quinn Ewers ain't gonna be there. Yeah, Tyler Shook, I would take him right there too.
I'm taking it right here. Easy. Pick 2. So this is all right. I gotta look at linebacker here. I need to stop playing around.
Teddy Buchanan.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that one real quick. And then last pick here. I might even, let me see.
Oh, they still got old boy on there, RIP.
Damn, I wish I went O-line a little earlier. Yeah. Hey, well, this draft is basically if we give Cole Miller an extension.
Exactly, facts.
That he's looking for.
Facts.
Let's see here. Let me look at linebacker again. I kind of been taking Moden, Smell Moden Jr. He's kind of like a kind of a super athletic linebacker, but he needs some development. They talk about his instincts and things like that. But if you're taking him in the 7th round, I'll take a flyer on him, man.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go ahead and go Moden Jr.
They shooting. Well, yeah, hey, this is a solid draft. I like this draft.
Let's see here. Hey, PFF, you know what I mean? This is what we do.
Yeah.
This is what we do. So got T-Mac in the first, Trey Amos, cornerback. You know, he's a big, longer corner. Xavier Watts, another 2nd-round pick that we got in a trade down. Playmaking safety. I feel like that's what we need. Low-key, no one that's really talking about. I think he'll fit nicely with the safeties that we already have. Dylan Sampson, obviously, is a running back. Oh, I did want to double up a running back, but, you know, I guess I'll let Severe take care of that. And then obviously, Oladejo kind of gives us that pass rusher that we can develop and hopefully be the next guy up. Kyle Williams. See, this is where it's like, you know what I mean? Like Tyler Shook, I think is going to go earlier. Kyle Williams is going to go a little bit earlier. Even maybe Teddy Buchanan might go a little bit earlier too as well. So, but I was able to get him and kind of focus on linebacker in the later rounds. But yeah, man, it's on you, man. Let's go ahead and do this.
All right. Load me up.
Let me
load the draft.
All right. Let's go do this.
All right. You can go. You can start it.
All right, let's go. Start it. Put on turbo.
You can put on turbo. I ain't about to trade it.
All right. So Cam Moore, Shador, Travis. Okay. So it's consistently quarterbacks went early.
Same.
It's the same. Graham's on the board.
See who's looking to trade?
Let's see. The Colts and Falcons are like basically. There's a few teams, but like I think the Colts and the Falcons are like the top 15 picks.
What picks do the Falcons have? Let me see what the Falcons have.
They have 46, 118, which that's a 4th-round pick, but 46 is a 2nd-round pick.
All right. Go back to the
Colts.
Back to the Colts. Give me 14, obviously 14, 45. What's that 151 for the Colts?
Yeah, it's 151. I think that might be a 5th-round pick.
And then you throw that on there. Oh damn, they still taking it? I'm good with that right there.
Well, that's the thing though. Like that's the thing. Like you could probably put hella picks for some reason. Like they accept a lot of good trades.
Take 150, take 151 off there and put 117. Let's see what happens. Yeah, that's fake. So it's just 151, and I'll give them 213. Yeah, I think that's fair to move up. What, eight spots? I think that's fair.
All right.
You know what? Throw in the what's that 151? Throw in the 5th round next year for him.
A fifth. Oh man, hey man, Samir, you're a nice guy, bro. You're a nice
the 5th
guy.
round next year for the trouble.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and offer the trade, and it was accepted. There you go.
This is 100% accepted. Like they're rejected. Like what? All right,
No,
so you can start it back up.
All right, let's go ahead and start it. All right,
So who do I have
top
there?
15. You got Malachi Starks, Mike Green, Will Johnson, Luther Burden, Kenneth Grant, Donovan, edge guy here. And you got Josh Simmons is a guy that you like.
Keep going down.
Kelvin Banks, Matthew Golden, Walter Nolan, James Pierce, Marhampton.
You know what? I am going to take. So Jalen Walker's gone, right? Jalen Walker's not there. Yeah, Jalen Walker's gone, right?
Yeah, he's gone.
All right, I'm going to take.
Oh no, he's there. He's there.
Ooh. Know what? I'm gonna stick offensive line. Give me Kelvin Banks. I'm interested in Will Johnson, but give me Kelvin Banks. I'm gonna take a corner later. Give me Kelvin Banks. I was between Matthew Golden and Kelvin Banks. Give me Kelvin Banks.
Kelvin Banks.
Yeah.
All right. Drafting Kelvin Banks. Pick 37. Luther Burden is on the board. Winston, Trey Amos, Connerly, Benjamin Morrison. Tyleek Williams. Your guy Tyleek is there.
Give me Luther Burden right here.
Luther Burden. Okay. Boom.
And then
45.
Who is Tyleek still there?
Tyleek, nah, he got drafted.
Tyleek got picked up.
Jets 42, yeah. You got corner, safety.
I'm gonna go.
Siobhan's there. Running back.
Give me
linebacker.
Is Travion gone too, right?
Travion. Which
running back?
Henderson. Oh yeah, I think he's still on the board. Hold on, let me check. Yeah, he's still there. You want to take him?
Give me Travion.
All right. That's your guy right there. Pick 68.
All right. Go back to all.
It's all. So this is the
It's
top
all.
players that's available.
Let me see. Scroll up. Go back to the top one more time.
I can go to a different position. I could change it for you. Just let me know.
Yeah, go to different position. Oh, so far I got Kelvin Banks. I got Luther Burden. Go to corner. Go to corner.
Go to corner.
Yeah.
That's corner right now.
No, I can wait. Go to linebacker.
So by the way, we're in the third round. We're in the third round right now. And this is linebacker.
Oh, give me Chris Paul Jr. Give me Chris Paul Jr.
Okay.
Covers linebacker.
All right. Here we go.
And then I got an opportunity. Go back. Oh, go to. I'm in the fourth. Go to edge.
Oh, Damien.
I like Damien more. I'm gonna wait though. I'm gonna wait.
I like Damien too. But it's too early because you picked Travion in the second.
Yeah.
Where you want to go?
Well, no, go back to corner. Go back to corner. I was waiting to get a little bit better value at corner. Let me see who I got there at corner.
Oh, my bad. Hold on 1 second.
Scroll down a little bit.
But he's not really fast.
He ain't fast. Kobe Bryant. See, I'm waiting. I'm gonna take Zay Frazier later. I'm gonna take Zay Frazier. So wait, what is he? I'm gonna take Zay Frazier. What is his average draft position? 217. I'm gonna take him a little bit later on. Go to D tackle.
D tackle. Your guy Caldwell.
Yeah, I like Jamari Caldwell too. It's about where he's gonna go to.
How you feel about Cameron Jackson?
I like Cam Jackson actually. I like Cam
he's a
Jackson.
big boy. He's like what 330 pounds, nose tackle type.
Yeah.
So probably can wait
I
and
like
get him
Cam
later.
Jackson. Yeah. No, what? Go back to corner. Go back to corner. I'm gonna take Kobe Bryant at corner.
Kobe Bryant.
I'm gonna take Kobe Bryant at corner.
Mamba mentality.
I heard people compare him to Jack Jones just without the headache. It's basically.
So it's we're in the 5th, 143, and this is who's available right now. Ooh, I like Bowman too.
I like Billy Bowman actually. Yeah, as a guy, I know he could play nickel. He could play safety too. What is average draft position on him?
140, but 121 is his ranking.
Give me. I just took a corner though. I don't want to take another. Go back to running back real quick. I can. Oh, 142. Scroll down. Know what?
I'm not gonna lie. I like. How do you feel about Phil Maffa, man? I like him, bro. Physical running back.
Yeah,
and I keep seeing him available in the later rounds, bro. Like this, if we get like
let me see what I have.
running back.
Hold on. So let me see what I have so far. I got Kelvin Banks. I got Luther Burden, Trevion, Chris Paul, Kobe Bryant. Okay. So I don't got a DTF. I'm gonna wait for Cam Jackson. I did say I'm gonna double up on running backs. You know what? It's a guy I think has high upside. I'm gonna go Khalil Mullins. That's is a guy that I think he's a big body, fast. He's like almost like a Latavius Murray type, where he's big body, super fast.
Mm-hmm. Physical.
I think he has a lot of potential. Physical. I think he has a lot of potential. Took Donovan Jackson was a guy that was highly rated, and he basically took his job. Or Donovan Edwards, dude from Michigan, Donovan Jackson.
All right.
Yeah. I took Khalil for PTS. Yeah, Space Bees. I took Khalil for PTS. PTS and Rundown both been beating down the door for that dude. So go back to DT. Yeah, I can still get Bowman right here. Go back to DT real quick.
Oh yeah, is Bowman? Yeah, Bowman's still out. Okay, that's. You got a 5th round pick from that trade. You said D tackle.
Yeah, I still got some time. Okay, yeah. Know what? Go. Give me. Go ahead. Give me. Know what? Give me Billy Bowman.
I like it, man. That's like my later round guy for safety. I like it a lot, man. All right, so we got 3 more picks.
All right, now go to we at D tackle right now. Know what? 805 guy is Tyrod. 805, but he's not a big body though. I want a big body.
What? Well, would you want to add a little bit speed to the receiver core? You want to see what's available?
I got Luther Burden.
I mean, he's not super.
I got Luther Burden. I got Luther Burden. Luther Burden I think Luther Burden's a dog. And then I'm gonna take my guy. I'm gonna take Jimmy Horn Jr. Like, go to linebacker. Go to linebacker. Let me see if
you got Stutzman's there. Oh, right there.
Yep. No, give me Danny Stutzman. After this, go to D tackle. Give me
doubling up on linebacker. Okay, I see. Okay.
Give me D tackle. Go to D tackle. Give me Cam Jackson. Or know what? Yeah, know what? Go to wide receiver. See if Jimmy. See what's there at wide receiver real quick. Yeah, go to Cam. Go to D tackle. Give me Cam Jackson.
Oh, he went.
Cam Jackson went already.
Yeah, because it's sneaky because it's like He's like probably one of like the only like
No,
nose tackles.
give me Ty Robinson. Give me Ty Robinson.
All right, Ty Robinson.
And then give me Jimmy Horn Jr.
Ooh. All right. Solid draft here, man. Offensive line, obviously,
like
recent news.
Crazy.
Because it's their rating, you know, Walter Nolan.
It's their rating.
Yeah, who gives a fuck? So you went with offensive line early, obviously with the recent news of Colton Miller. Might need to prioritize offensive tackle. Luther Burden, value pick right here. A lot of people had him going in the first round, got him in the second. Travion Henderson is your guy. Second round pick. Chris Paul Jr. Okay.
Yeah, I think Schlesinger and Chris Paul might be the best coverage linebackers in this draft, in my opinion. So,
Schlesinger and Chris Paul.
Yeah.
And then Mullins. That's doubling up with got speed, got that lightning and thunder. Billy Bowman is like probably one of my favorite picks right here.
Yeah, I like it because he can play safety and he can play nickel. So Danny Stutzman, he's like a true linebacker, you know.
Little downhill linebacker, you know. Shout out, you know, like a Spillane type.
Yeah.
Let's see, Ty Robinson and then Jimmy Horn Jr., wide receiver. Solid draft, man. We went from doing like 4 or 5 round mock drafts. We went to the 7 round mock draft, man. Let us know in the chat, man, how you feel about the mock drafts. Let's see. I didn't even look at the chat, man. Let's see what they were saying here. I think if we get there 41, we have to give our 180. Oh, you talking about our fifth? This is earlier 5th.
Oh, yeah, possibly. They're moving up like 8 spots though, so I may think that's a
no. The only reason why I wasn't asking, because I can easily take the pick number 39. But I was trying to make it realistic because I noticed a lot of the trade compensation for some of these trade downs, like teams were getting like a haul back. So I was like, you know what? Instead of just trying to get like a crazy package in return, what happens if I just got something like very modest and seeing what I could do with that? Ramsey and Barron on a must. T-Mac, Campbell, Barron at number 10. I went ahead and got T-Mac. Trey Amos in the second. We only did one trade down. Just to make it realistic, we just did one trade down. Let's see.
Yeah.
Boom. Tyleek Williams.
Space said he dropped some supers.
Oh, yeah, my bad, my guy. Hold up. Space Beast with the... He says, prove your valor severe. Different mock sim, ESPN or Buzz. Oh, you want to go to a different one? Is that what you're saying?
I think you said different. Oh, because we're not using. I'm not using the other. Because when I'm with Chris, we use PFN, so it's not.
Okay.
It's a different one.
What? Hey, let's do one straight up. Let's do one real quick, straight up. Let's do one straight up because we did a trade down. Let's do one straight up. Let's see, man. Let me. Zay Frazier. Did you grab? Oh, he didn't grab Zay Frazier.
Nah, I think I wanted to. I think he went already. I thought he went already.
Oh, okay.
Because I was looking at him and I was looking at Cam, but I thought they were gone.
Yeah. Minus the QB, very nice draft. So you're telling me you wouldn't take Tyler Shuck in the 6th? I would take him in the 6th, bro. I'll take him in the 6th, but that's just me. AJ, you're saying Munden Jr. might be a pass rusher? Okay. It's possible. Hey, you get a pass rusher with a seventh round pick? I mean, a lot of different picks. Let's see. Schlesinger. We didn't go with the Schlesingers. People wanted Maxwell, Royals, Chris Paul. Chris Paul is like a guy that you took. You took him in the 3rd, right? Let's see.
You took him in 3rd, yeah.
Damn, Burton Henderson. Damn, man. Bonus level. Man, shout out to everybody. Yeah, my bad, Space Beast. I just seen it, man. I'm behind in the chat. I'm trying to catch up. I like Amon Morrison, but I'm still looking highlights. Anthony Provincial says pay Cole Miller.
Yeah,
Hey,
man.
you never know, man. That is kind of the guys that you want to pay. You want to pay, the premium guys, but do you want to play a Cole Miller he's solid. He's good to solid left tackle. He's 30. He's like 30. He's 30 years old. He is coming off like an injury, so he's kind of getting nicked up right now, injury wise. After being a guy that's literally never hurt. What is his market? How much do you what are you paying him? That's going to be interesting to see how the Raiders handle that situation. But let's go. You know what? Let's go ahead and do a straight up mock draft. No trade downs, just straight up. Let's see here.
I was looking at it. We're looking at it with 805 and Chris, and it's looking like the market for him should be about like $18 million a year, which is fair. I think that's fair market value. And he's 30. It was 29 right now, so I think he turns 30 October, something like that. So he's not quite 30 yet. So you pay him 3 years, you got him until you just give him a 3-year extension. You got him until he's like age 33 season. And he still probably has like a good 3 years of good football after that. Because left tackles play a long time, especially good tackles. Yeah. And I know Marcus was talking about guys that are athletic freaks. Colton Miller, I think he's talking about Membu running a 4.9. Colton Miller at 6'9", like 300 something pounds, ran a 4.9, had a 10-1 broad jump like 32 something inches. So he in terms of athleticism, he tested off the chart, especially at 6'9". Like that, guys don't move like that at 6'9".
Yeah. And another thing too, I think if the Raiders go with a tackle early, I don't think it guarantees that the Raiders are not going to sign Cole Miller. It kind of gives them a better O-line. Like you draft a tackle early, maybe you have him play guard, or you move Glaze inside and have the guy that you drafted in the first round play tackle. Kind of makes the offensive line even better. But it also kind of protects the Raiders just in case Cole Miller's I want $40 million a year, and the contract negotiations go left. So I think, man, O-line might be the pick early. It would make sense.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and we're gonna make this straight up. We go to start it. No, so just FYI, man, I'm not gonna do any trade downs. As much as I want to do the trade down, that's my first option. I'm gonna try to trade down. I'm just gonna pick straight up, pick number 6. All right, let's see. Cam Moore goes early. So hey, it's consistently 2 quarterbacks getting taken early. T-Mac. I don't know if I want to take him this early, but hey, I might go with my guy Marcus just earlier saying Mason Graham. He's predicting it being a pick, so I'll just go ahead and make a strength even better. You know what I mean? Make a D-line even better. So I want to go ahead and take Mason Graham early. We're in a ooh, do I take? Damn. So this is where I would usually take a corner. You know what? Let me take this tackle here. Oh, Samson's on the board. Benjamin Morrison, but he's kind of banged up. But I probably I don't know if I'm gonna get a corner like this early or later. So I'm gonna take. Let me see what's available linebacker. Let me look at running back real quick. Got some good options on the board. Wide receiver. Yeah, I'm gonna go corner here. I'm gonna go Morrison. All right, 4th round pick. Oh, damn. The guy here, Charles Grant.
I wouldn't be mad at that.
Yeah, but I took Josh Connerly early.
Oh, I like Josh Connerly, though. I like Josh Connerly.
In a second.
I like Josh Connerly. Josh Connerly's a dope.
Yeah. Let me look at wide receiver. Ooh, I think Bond. He's out on Bond. You know what I mean? Like, this dude, I don't know what's going on with him.
But he's man.
I think
he
yeah.
He sued his accuser. I put on X that he hit her with the Uno reverse card. he sued her
right before the draft too. That's wild, man. That sucks, bro.
Yeah.
You know, but look, I've been saying this a lot, man. I'm okay with the Raiders addressing wide receiver later in the draft, especially if they get like a more speedier complement to the weapons they already have. So Isaiah Bond is a deep threat here.
Yeah.
Kyle Williams is a guy that I like too.
Yeah.
Man, let me look somewhere else here. Hold up. Oh, damn, I haven't even taken running back. Oof. Yeah, not picking a running back in the third kind of hurt me, so I'm gonna have to go Jadon Blue here. Chip Kelly gonna have to make some magic. Damn, Kyle Williams is still here. What the hell?
If we ain't messing with, I guess I don't know.
Let's see, linebacker here. I do like Lee Bowman here. Damn, let me see what I've Mason Graham doing. I'm going wide receiver.
Yeah, Benjamin Morrison at third is solid.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Kyle Williams here. We need a receiver. Yeah, that's a receiver here. Damn, Bowman. I missed out on Bowman. Whew. Let's see, safety. Let's look at edge. Oh man. Let's see, running back here. Nah, I'm gonna have to wait. Let's see, QB is QB. Oh damn. Tyler Sheck is still available. Let's see. Let's take a look. Let me see. Cam Jackson. I feel like a wait. I'm gonna take QB here. Take QB here. Even though realistically, I don't think this is gonna be the case. But hey, I'm taking it. Let me go D-line. Oh, that hurts. Oh, that hurts. All right, let me look at linebacker here. Let me go Teddy again. Let's look at running back. How you feel about Phil Maffa, Clemson running back?
Don't hate him, but you know, I'm not like
he's a physical back.
Yeah, I don't hate him. Raheem Sanders is, but I don't know. Donovan Edwards is solid too, but he's not. Might not be what you're looking for at the running back.
Yeah, let's take a look. Let me see safety.
All you got so far is Jadon Blue. Yeah, it's kind of looking kind of sketchy at running back. Right?
I know. It's because I had to choose between corner or running back here, and I just was like,
yeah.
Benjamin Morrison was here. I was like, oh man. But I could have easily went Dylan Sampson. Like last mock, I had Dylan Sampson in the third. He was on the board. I had and Devin Hill was on the board, and I'm trying to think of anybody else. Like Damian Martinez on the board, I believe, at pick 68.
Yeah.
But I went for corner, and you see how that can be risky. I waited till the fourth, and my options were kind of limited. So I was like, you know what, let me go explosive option. And then, here I'm kind of thinking like grabbing another linebacker or let's see. Let me just grab. I'm gonna grab a running back here. Ooh, your boy Zay Frazier. Should I just go ahead and add to the cornerback? Let the best man win. Add some talent to the room. Might as well, right?
I took two. And I took Billy Bowman, who's a nickel / safety.
Yeah. I'm gonna go running back here. Let me see. I think he's gonna be there. Yeah, I'm just gonna get Phil Maffa. Boom. Straight up. So this was a straight up mock. So no trade downs on purpose. So we just wanted to see what would it look like if the Raiders simply picked at their spots that were available to them. Mason Graham early, went tackle in the second. Benjamin Morrison kind of hurt me here. You know what I mean? Because technically, Pete Carroll's a guy that's developed secondary guys in the later rounds. So there's a chance that he could possibly feel the same way this draft. Who knows? But me taking a corner in the third, it kind of hurt me here because then my options were limited. And I took a Jadon Blue, who's an explosive running back, but when you want to really prioritize running the football, you definitely want to get someone a little bit more, a little bit more physical, a little bit. I don't, because is he a third down guy? I'm not sure, how it's going to translate, but he is a fast running back. But I did kind of end it here with a more physical back in Phil Maffa, a little thunder and lightning. Wide receiver Kyle Williams, obviously added some a receiver. You see him more of a slot guy. Kyle
I think
Williams?
he can do both. I think that's the benefit of him. I think he can do both. I think he's a good enough route runner. He has good enough releases where he can beat press covers on the outside, and he can win if he's in the slot with two-way goes. So I think he can do either one.
Yeah, and then realistically, man, some of these guys, and we find out during the draft, a lot of these guys might go early. Some guys might drop. So Tyler Shook being in the 6th, I think he's going to go a little bit earlier than this for sure. I don't think he's going to be in the 6th.
Like second, third round for sure.
Yeah, no later than the 4th. Like, you know what I mean? Like around the 3rd, 4th, like for sure. Some people, you might, as high as maybe the second. You never know.
Yeah. What you call it? Diana Rossini was saying this when she was like at the combine. Like the name she kept hearing the most was Tyler Shook.
Okay.
That could be teams floating it out there to trying to get other people to take them, or it could be serious.
Yeah, but you see what happens when like when you get to the second round, obviously I prioritize the trenches here, but right here, man, this one I wish if I took a running back here, I feel like I probably could have found a way to maybe address the corner spot in the later rounds. But hey, Severe, man, it's on you. I think you might be able to correct that here. Go ahead and see if you can make some adjustments. Let's go ahead. Straight up mock draft, no trade downs. Let me go ahead and start the draft. It's loading. I don't know why it's taking long here. But salute to everybody pulling up. Make sure to clock in, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Anthony says, you think Jeanty's a lock to go to the Giants? Man, pick number 3? That's crazy.
Yeah, 3? That would be foolishness.
All right,
if they do that.
All right, Cam goes number 1. Okay, Shadour's on the board. Jeanty goes number 4 here. Graham goes 5th. So you got Shadour on the board for sure. Damn, am I tripping? Damn, do they have Shadour like ranked low or something? Let me see.
Yeah, Shadour ranked low, probably.
Damn,
47.
They got a second round grade on Shadour. That's wild. All right,
it's crazy. I'm going. I could go Will Campbell, put him at guard. I'm going Teteroa.
Okay.
Teteroa.
All right, let's go. Teteroa, number 6. Let's see. Shador.
Go to. Oh man, Nick scored. Go to
Shador went in the first. He went in the first.
first.
Yeah, let me see. Where did
Go
he go?
go defensive tackle. Go defensive tackle.
Where did Shador go? Do y'all see Shador go? Let's see.
I saw a Buffalo. Where I thought I saw a Buffalo logo. Where was it?
Derek Carmen went to Buffalo. Let's see. No. Yeah.
Now I saw like the Colorado Buffalo. I mean.
Yeah,
you go.
Am I tripping?
Yeah, he's gone. Where the hell is he at?
Oh, he went to the Jets. He went to pick right after. He went to the Jets.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. Go ahead.
Go to D tackle.
You said D tackle?
Yeah.
Tyleek.
Yep.
All right. Tyleek.
Go running back.
So you got running back.
Go scroll down. What I got there? All right. Go Dylan Sampson.
All right.
Go offensive. Go tackle real quick. Let me see your offensive tackle.
Might be able to get Charles Grant here. Never mind. He got to take.
Go. Oh, I like Brandon Crenshaw Dixon too. Go guard.
Too early.
Oh, know what? Nah, damn. Now go Kyle Williams. Damn, go Kyle Williams. I can get Tyler. I like Tyler Cooper too. Go Kyle Williams here. No what?
Kyle Williams.
Yeah, go Kyle.
Williams.
Go Kyle.
Do you want to look at corner? Want to see what's available?
Yeah, let me see corner, but I'm gonna get Zay.
Okay. Kyle Williams.
Go Kyle
Hey,
Williams.
I ain't mad at you, bro. I ain't mad at you. Just what I did in the first mock with the trade down was to grab Kyle Williams, and that'd be nice. That'd be a dope receiving core. You going with Kyle Williams, or you want to look at a linebacker here? Or?
Now go Kyle Williams. I'll be able to get Teddy late. Go Kyle Williams.
Okay. You want to look at quarterback? You want to look at quarterback?
Nah, I ain't taking no quarterback. I'm cool.
All right.
Go back to interior offensive lineman. I think he's gonna be there.
Yeah.
Oh, they did me. They did. They got him. They got him. They did me.
Yeah.
Go to corner. Go scroll down. Damn, he's still gonna be there. You know what? Go. What do I got so far? I got Dylan Sampson.
Going linebacker? Want to look at linebacker?
Let's look at linebacker real quick. I can wait. Go to tackle.
Tackle.
I'll go to tackle. Oh, go Emory Jones.
Emory Jones. Okay. All
right. Go back to go to corner. Go Zay Frazier.
There you go.
Go to linebacker. Damn. None of these guys I really like that. I got 2 picks left.
Yeah, you got.
Yeah, go back to
2
running
picks
back. Yeah.
You got 3 picks left. Yeah.
Go back to running back. Give me. Oh, you know what? Give me Ollie Gordon. Give me Ollie Gordon.
Yeah.
Give me Ollie Gordon.
All right. Ollie Gordon in the 6. That's a nice little pick.
Go back to linebacker. I was trying to wait a little while before I take Mondin.
Yeah, I feel like you can. You could take him either 6th or 7th. To be honest, he's always been on the board for me. But
yeah, go back to go back to guard real quick.
Let's go
Their offensive line, man. Give me. Know what? Give me. It's a little bit of a reach, but give me Garrett Dellinger.
Garrett Dellinger.
Oh, no, actually, scratch. No, scratch. Go Josh Gray. Josh Gray.
Josh Gray.
Get Josh Gray. Yeah. I didn't see him right there. Now I'll go back to and go to linebacker. And give me. It's your boy. I'm trusting you on Schmale.
So you're trusting me with the 7th-round pick.
I trust you with the 7th-round pick. Yeah, I'm like John Gruden with Mike Mayock. Like I 7th round. Mike Mayock. If he doesn't work out in the 7th, man, you're gonna hold it against me. It's all yours, Mike Mayock. You got this.
He was a bust. That's funny. Let's see, man. This solid draft. Look at that, man. I see trenches addressed here, some needs.
F for Emory. That's crazy. Emory Jones is it's crazy. So going into the year, Emory Jones was like
PFF got their own grading system though.
Yeah, it's Space Beast was saying to use ESPN. So I gotta check them out. I gotta see what their draft simulator looks like.
You want to do an ESPN? Just one last one. ESPN. Okay. Let's see. Kyler show. Yeah, I know. They're not going to be available in the later rounds, but hey, if they're there, we ain't going. I like Tate May on Mafa. I mean, he's in the 7th. I'm taking him in the 7th round. He's a physical back. Let's see. I like the tapes on T-Mac would be a good pick. Okay, yeah, we did take our receiver. Let's see.
Yeah, Reese Rock is high on Munfield. I gotta check Munfield out. You've been saying Munfield a lot, so I ain't seen him play. I gotta check him out, Reese. See what he's talking about.
Yeah, okay. Teaching Pharaoh's new tricks. Pharaoh's on ESPN, Mock Sim. I gotta get on the ESPN, but ESPN was kind of. I felt like I did it the other day. It was kind of weird too, but it is what it is. But yeah, solid mock draft, man. We wanted to come in here do a straight up mock draft, and obviously one with a trade down. Let us know in the chat comments how you feel about the draft, who we could have taken, or who you guys want to take early or at some point in the draft. We appreciate everybody coming through. Make sure to click in, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. I'm kind of late on the chat here. Harvey is gone again. He's not making it to the 4th. Yeah, every time I do a mock, I feel like after the 3rd, it gets shaky.
Yeah.
After the 3rd round, but we won't know what's going to happen until draft day. So, but yeah, after the 3rd round, it kind of gets shaky. It's hit or miss. You might, I did a mock and I had Devin Neal in the 4th, but that was the only mock where I could get a guy that late in the 4th. Let's see here. Harvey's gone. Let's see. Coneda is a dog in the slot. We need a slot receiver. We Kyle Williams. Kyle Williams is kind of like that guy that you could put him in the slot.
Yeah.
Let's see here. And you drafted a guy in the last mock, right? In the later rounds.
Oh.
Was it, you said Jimmy Horn?
Jimmy Horn Jr., yeah.
Is he an outside guy? Is he a slot guy?
Jimmy Horn, he's a slot guy. He may be able to play a little bit on the outside, but he's for sure more of a slot guy.
Yeah. Let's see. American was at number 1. Supersize online. Take Jane. Yeah, man. But hey, man, we appreciate it coming through. On the way out, man, make sure clocking at this point, clock out, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Severe, man, let the people know where they can find you, what to look forward to, all that good stuff, man.
Man, y'all know what it is, man. The Severe Raider here on YouTube, on IG, on Snapchat, on TikTok, on X, basically all social media. The Severe. Every Tuesday, my guy PharoahNFL, the 50-50 show, the world famous 50-50 show. Make sure y'all tune in. Also rocking out Tuesday in the Raider Roar Room, my brothers, Chris from Protect the Shield and 805 Raider. y'all already here at Around the Shield. We're doing it Thursdays for the time being. Maybe transition later on back to Fridays. We'll see. And then Sunday nights also the Raider War Room with Protect the Shield, Chris, and 805. Make sure y'all tap in, man. If you haven't done already, make sure y'all clock in, hit that like button, hit that sub button. If you're on my channel, make sure you head over to Pharaoh. Do the same. And if you like what you saw today, man, make sure you share it with some people. Spread the love, man, to the ends of the earth. Make sure everybody is getting this Raider content.
Yeah, most definitely, man. Hey, we'll be back here next week, next Tuesday, 50-50 show, like Severe said. And obviously, Around the Shield next week. I think Around the Shield, should we have it right after the draft next week? Or do you want to do it, one last mock on Wednesday before the draft? How you feel about that?
We could probably do one last mock before the draft. One last mock before the draft.
We'll figure it out. We'll stay tuned. We'll keep you updated. Obviously Tuesday will be the 50-50 show, so we'll let you know. We'll keep you updated. But yeah, man, the draft is next week. All these mock drafts, we'll figure out who the Raiders take. It feels like they're leaning towards getting a tackle, but you never know, man. It's really unpredictable. But we appreciate everybody coming through. Like we said, man, make sure to clock in. We're going live on both our channels, so if you haven't already, make sure to clock in, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Also, give us a follow on Around the Shield on X and on IG for the latest, greatest for the Raiders, memes, all that good stuff, man. So make sure to support us over there. And yeah, man, hey, it's been a great show. Hopefully we'll have a guest next week as well. Hey, just stay tuned for that. We're trying to keep it consistent, bring someone new, someone with a fresh perspective. And let us know too in the comments too, like who you would want to come on the show, and we'll try to see if we can get them on and make it happen. But yeah, man, any last thoughts before we head out, Severe?
Nah, man, big shout out to Marcus from Tape Don't Lie. I'm about to say from
Yes, sir.
Big shout out to Marcus from Tape Don't Lie, man. Make sure if you are not subbed to Tape Don't Lie, man, they do some great work over there, man. Some really good film stuff. Special shout out to Marcus for basically agreeing with everything I said. I've been trying to tell you, but hey, sometimes you got to hear from somebody else. It's like your dad tells you something and you don't listen. And then your uncle tells you something and you listen. I'm the old head y'all don't want to listen to. Then somebody else come and tell y'all and y'all listen. It'd be like that sometimes. It'd be like that.
Damn, like that. But hey, look, it's funny though. It's funny. I never said the Raiders should take,
not facts.
My guy Jeanty early, but I do think he does go in the top 10. I think he goes.
Oh, for sure.
I think he goes somewhere in the top 10. But shout out to Marcus, man. He knows his stuff. He breaks down film, so I trust his opinion as well as Severe, man. He knows his stuff as well. So it's a good conversation. We'll be back here next Tuesday, man. Till next time. Peace.
Go Lakers.
Just win, baby.
Hello? You play to win the game. You don't play to just play it.